Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are back in Minecraft today. I know you're shocked. We're going to work on the command center and we're going to keep on going on the things we were doing over the weekend. And I will also point you towards the new episode of the Spawn Chunks that came out yesterday. It's available on YouTube, Spotify, video, audio, wherever you want to listen. Also on Apple Music, of course. And we are talking this week about the features in Minecraft that we would like to see updated. I think mine was abandoned mine shafts. Johnny talked about weather. So that was a fun discussion. We also talked about the news and some of the changes that are happening in the snapshots. Some final snapshots, they're not at a regular cadence anymore. So we should see potentially even pre-release candidates coming up this week. So that should be interesting. That might even come out today, actually. You can follow the Spawn Chunks on social media. Very easy to find. We do put out regular episodes on Mondays. So it's also easy to keep up on that kind of stuff. Other than that, I'm just going to say hello to the regular crew. We got Ms. Mist, Moira, and SweetSandi all hanging around. SweetSandi is on a 75 stream streak. That's amazing. Thanks so much, Sandy. Good to see everybody. Hope your Tuesday is going well so far. There's a lot of snow removal happening around the city today here in Dartmouth. We had a big snowstorm last night. Well, yesterday afternoon and today. So it'll be slow going, I think, for some folks today. But that's a great reason to hang out and watch some Minecraft. I actually don't know how many people watch my stream that are local. Most of the people that pipe in and chat are from abroad, usually in the US, UK, sometimes elsewhere in Canada, and then we've got Sweden and other places as well. But most of the time, it's US and Europe. Probably just because of the time of day that I stream. Anyway, we need to repair the pick. We need to get some... Oh, I need to get some frames is what I need. What is going on? That's rough. Ugh. I was just talking about this yesterday because we were talking about the switch to Vulkan on the Minecraft platform for rendering engines, or the eventual switch to Vulkan. I don't understand why I can't get my computer to run Minecraft well. Is that it? That's it. Yeah, it's really frustrating. Probably just put these here. I already had some. Of course I did. Snow blocked the internet too? No. No, actually, I didn't lose power. I didn't lose internet. I didn't lose anything yesterday, which is good. I was worried about that, actually. The snow actually didn't start until we had finished the podcast. So even if I had lost power, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. It would have only been a delay in publishing the show. It wouldn't have actually stopped us from making the podcast, which is good. Need to repair the pickaxe. Replenish the emeralds. Might as well get some quartz. So one of the things I've been doing as I've been digging out the power core chamber is lighting things up every 5 blocks. And I like the way that it looks, so I'm going to try and do something similar to that in the final design. Cosmic just wants to say, I would like to let you know that the arrival point to this place is a death trap when you Electra fails to engage. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the arrival point is now in the middle there. I should move that somewhere. Where else could we put that? I mean, obviously outside somewhere. I wonder if it would be good to put it maybe somewhere south or west or something. What would be a good view? We can take care of that fast enough. I mean, that's pretty good. Not very flat. I could use a change of pace today, so maybe that's what we'll start off with. Changing the arrival zone. This is probably good. We'll cover some of this up. Maybe we'll put it up here. Okay. What could we do to design that? We'll need some purple glass. Probably gonna need some quartz. Grab some andesite. Frog lights. We'll try to keep it similar to what's there. I don't think I want to use a pressure plate because that means that something could potentially spawn on it. I think that's all we need. Was definitely watch out for the first step. It's a doozy. Yeah. Yeah, it used to be connected. It is no longer connected. I said, I think it was south. I think maybe we should go down here because the rest of the world is like down this way. I feel like that would make sense. Maybe right where those 3 mushrooms are. Did I go the wrong way? I went the wrong way. This as well. I need more rockets anyway. Yeah, right there. Eventually there will be a separate building for arriving, or we will arrive on the top of the command center, not at the bottom. But probably going to be good for us to move that because we're going to have to gut the inside pillar and change it anyway. So I'd like to be in line with everything. So we will, I'm sure the beacon is also in line with the middle. I would say yes. So we will go from here. I'd say about here is good. Just thinking about the view when you arrive, it'll be pretty cool to spawn in and have that as a view. So let's go with put this down for now. Probably gonna build this up so that it's not flat. Oh, there's a hole there. Probably get rid of this too. Yeah, so let's build this up a little bit. I would say probably like to there. And then the platform we'll be standing on will be here. Did I bring a bed? I did not. Not quite. Just far enough that it's not one rocket. That might be a problem. Oh, Blockhead. Hello, welcome in. Do I have a bed just kicking around? I'm sure I do. Let's go with 9. What's the other one? The other one's big. Decent enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 13. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty good. Now, it would be cool if we could have lights around the middle, maybe? One, two, three. Probably keep those on an angle. I'll replace some of these with full-size blocks. And then maybe we'll put down purple glass. I think that'll work. That looks okay. And we'll probably have to put blocks out here. Actually, maybe not on the angles. Yeah, that could be fun. Maybe we'll put the andesite down there. That'll let some light out into the surrounding area too. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes it's fun to just do little off-the-cuff builds like this because you never know what kind of sketch that you're doing will inspire another idea. Yeah. Maybe we will actually extend this out. Something like that is pretty cool. It would be neat if we could somehow focus it in. So this will end up being the block that we use for the actual command block. Maybe we can design some arms or something to focus the energy. The fun part about this is that we're actually coming in at an angle, which is cool. We also need some steps, so probably we'll just use these guys. Feels very spacey. So if I was to then, maybe we'll use, we could try regular andesite. I don't know if I have that in here. No. You're always looking for the brown mushrooms. They're around. We have enough thunderstorms happening in the area that we absolutely see them. So the cool thing about this is that we can have them kind of come in at an angle. So I wanted it to have something that comes up like this. That's not quite what I want. I think we'll just leave it like that. Now we have to go copy and paste the other stuff. I don't know where I put the command blocks. I know I've got a couple somewhere. But we can get there with one rocket as long as we get up high enough. That's cool. Easier for Cosmic to sneak in gifts. Yes, Cosmic has been digging out Trial Chamber, and they've been dropping off stuff. I think it's these ones? Yes. My gosh. Very cool. Okay, don't think I need the quartz anymore. Where do I keep command blocks? I feel like I just spawn them in. A very odd time that we do stuff like this. It might be in one of these junk shulkers though. Not in that one. Pixarus brought up a good point yesterday on the street on the show. I should create a villager trading hall for glass. Yeah. I obviously just summon in a command block whenever I need one. That's fine. I think I have to be in creative mode to access it. So we want this to stay the same. Copy that. Grab one of those. Can't remember. It's redstone. Do that. So I had it as purple. Maybe we can make something a little bit different. I feel like the andesite's probably a good way to go. Maybe we can design it to be a little cooler looking. Maybe we'll use quartz. Just one button on top, maybe. It is confusing to jump between game modes. I never really use creative unless I'm doing some sort of admin on the server. Single button. We can probably figure the rest out. So we need to figure out these coordinates right here. $52 407.5. Negative, actually. Y equals 73. That is negative 35722.5. I wish the map would give us accurate things for this stuff. And the tricky part here is going to be which way I'm facing. Do I have that information on the screen? Block, chunk, coordinates, velocity, rotation, and yaw. I do. Okay. So let's go with 4 and 135. 135 and negative 4. Cool. I guess I'll have to go into creative again when I get where I'm going. This should put me where I want to go. And then here we've got to change these guys. Stone. Site. Andesite. $180.0. 135, and this was -4. $135, -4. Now I've got to change the coordinates. $52. Can I copy this one? Yes. No. That's annoying. This was 73. -35, 733.5. Is that right? 35, 733.5. 35, 733.5. That should all be right. Copy that. Make sure it works. I'm off by a little bit somehow. I made a mistake somewhere. I said 22.5, but I typed 33.5. Cool. Works for me. Thank you. Copy that. Paste that there. Nice. Still anticlimactic. Not a lot of sound or anything. We'll have to try to do something like that. While I'm here, I'm going to go get some more frogolites. Your streak got reset. Oh no. Usually watching the VOD within 24 hours will fix that. I need my diamonds. Yeah, my frame rates are abysmal today. I have this issue with my computer and Windows where sometimes when my computer goes to sleep, I will turn it on or wake it from sleep and the computer will spin up and everything appears to be looking fine, looking into the side of the case. But then my monitors just don't come on and there's nothing I could do. I have to like hard reset the computer. It happens, I don't know, once a week maybe. It's really annoying. And because of that, this morning I feel like everything is just off. I've never had solid performance out of this machine. I feel like there's just something wrong with the initial build. So even though I've got a Radeon 4060 in it right now, it's still not, you know, there's 32 gigs of RAM. It's still not doing what I think it should be doing with Minecraft, which is really frustrating. 1 diamond per stack. Well, take the last froglight one. I think I've got all the others. I'll take that one too. I'm not using the green ones very much. Yeah, like there is some serious frames happening right now. I always forget how colorful our starting area is. It's really cool to play on a server that's 8 years old. Everything feels very lived in. Flave, thanks very much. I'm glad you liked the look of the sourdough. I had the first slice this morning from that loaf. It was good. Or is good. What could I cut down from that view? Probably just this. I don't remember why I have mine carts over here. Oh, there's a shulker there, that's why. I feel like this could look a little bit better. Three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2, 1. just to smooth that out a little bit. And then we can fill in this corner here. Something that's really nice about spending all that time landscaping in West Hill, the medieval town, is that when it comes to filling in little bits like this, it's second nature. It's so easy to make things look good with, you know, 2 stacks of blocks, just to kind of make it feel a little bit more natural. It's all temporary, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I like the idea of, at least when you arrive, the landscape looks a little bit more natural. Fix that up over there, and that's it. Cool. So that should be something that feels a little bit more natural now. More pizza with this discard? Yeah, I have pizza every Friday night, and I used to pick it up from the deli, but now I think I'm going to be making my pizza. It's certainly cheaper. I think the only thing that was an eye-opening experience on making my own pizza was, like, you don't realize just how much cheese is on pizza until you have to buy the cheese yourself and put the cheese on it. Because, like, the amount of mozzarella that goes on even just a 14-inch pizza is more than you think. I really wish I could get the handle on these elevators. Okay, so we can get rid of that eventually. Don't need as much glass as I thought. Oh, I didn't decorate it. Crap. Our cheese budget is never adhered to when it comes to pizza? No, that's fair. I don't think I need that. Maybe we'll keep a couple in case. Back. Stream time is an hour. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate that. Out and to the left. can remember that it's just out to the left. We'll see how this looks. Sure. Folks, I take a break once an hour. This is the time to grab a snack, grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming. I will be back in just a few minutes, and then we will grab the next task. I might want to try to change some of the things here in the storage room. I want to experiment with bringing some crafters outside, see if that's going to be something we want to do. But I would appreciate it if you're watching this later on YouTube. You could maybe like and subscribe to the channel, or just tell a friend about the stream. It's twitch.tv/JoelDuggan. Pretty easy to find. I'm Joel Duggan everywhere. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. So the thing I wanted to check out was maybe moving this stuff into crafters like we have here. So I'm curious. I don't have any crafters there. I think they're over here. Yeah. I should just make more. Crafting tables. Whoops. That's the other problem with this stuff, is that sure. What else do I need for a crafter? Iron. Dropper and redstone. I'm actually a little bit low on redstone. No. I need 32 droppers. What I really want to have is crafting tables all over the place. And now I need probably more redstone. I need, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 2.5 stacks. And back redstone. Thanks, Andy. We may actually have to mine out some redstone. Yeah, one short. repair a few things as we go. Maybe. Well, I guess this pick needs to be repaired first. I wonder if there's a way to use redstone ore in some sci-fi builds, have it look technical. Would be cool. Okay, so we've got crafters now. Do I have spare? I could just dye that one, I guess. I could probably just dye that one. Let's go red. So what I was thinking is it would be cool to have this stuff accessible without having to go through the whole pressure plate thing. So if I take this out, problem is I don't know what to do with any of this. I don't need this anymore. And I could just I guess I could put concrete in there. I'll leave the barrel for now. Don't know what this is going to look like as far as lighting is concerned. You still see that, but that's not the end of the world. These are empty. Another anvil. So it's cool, but it's very dark. It's kind of nice that that breaks things up. So the question is, like, do I need... In some of these I need more than 9. Like, I need several. So I would have to have three crafters. But I feel like this would make sense, right? You have your shulkers there, your spare shulkers there, I could put all the empty ones in there as well. Or at least fill the gaps. I don't know, I feel like it needs something. I think it's because this is letting the light out and this is not. So maybe the solution is to keep the trapdoor. Will the crafter transmit? Yep. But then you see the crafter face. Maybe I'll want to switch this. I don't think I like the white in the middle. That looks kind of silly. I think I like that. It's certainly more functional. Like I don't have to walk up to this and do that. I feel like this is slicker. I want to put something on top of them, but if I put anything on top of them, then it'll look strange. Like I've got item frames. Somewhere. But then I'm just going to be clicking around the item frame. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So then what do we do with the stuff all in behind? All the lights. I guess I could just take them out. We'll try it on this one. See if I get used to it. And if I don't like it, we can always just change it back. Because with 3 crafters, it's the same amount of storage. So, deep slate. I think it does look better. I lose a little bit of light. There's just not quite as much light on the floor. It's really subtle. The overflow in the same row. Yeah, exactly. The crafter texture reminds you of a cleaning stainless steel appliances with the special cleaner and seeing all the streaks. Yeah. Yeah, it does look cool. Like I do like it. It at least works for sci-fi. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. And then we'll retrofit everything if we decide to keep it. All right, what was the other doodad I needed to fix up today? Oh, the roof. The now that we have tough, I want to fix the roof of this wing. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier. So this is the problem. We need to get up to the next floor easily. And if I put an elevator here, then you end up arriving in this space right here. And that is kind of the entrance that I had envisioned here. So it doesn't have to be, but I feel like it would be weird to kind of come up in an elevator in the middle of the room. So I need to figure out how exactly we're going to do this. We could try to extend this a little bit and have another elevator here so that you arrive in this space. So that's one potential. But the main thing I want to fix is the fact that the roof is not done over here. I was taking screenshots the other day and I was like, oh, this doesn't work at all. Goes all the way to one past the skylight. And then it's up by 2. That's not right. Oh, there's double here. That stays, I guess. and then 1. Always tricky trying to mirror stuff like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes all the way to the stone. It's just single line, and that goes all the way back. Should have brought some stone. Give me AB. Thanks for the follow. Sorry, I missed that earlier. And then this is just tricky. Put that in the wrong spot. Yes. Man, what a mess. I should probably just remove all of this. I feel like this is all wrong. Yeah, let's go down and get some stone. I didn't think my Elytra activated there for a second. I was like, uh-oh. this will just make our lives a little bit easier. So on the back side, got 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3. Got a drop. 1. 2. And then 1, 1, 3. Screwed up somewhere. You'd think that stuff like this would be a lot easier, but I find that this kind of a thing is usually really challenging. I find the same thing on Satisfactory when I'm trying to do symmetrical builds, and it's really far away. One, 2, 1, 1, 3. 1, 2, 1, 1, 3. Why is this way out there? Oh, did I shave this off? I must have shaved this off on the other side. That's what's up. Okay. All right, so that should be pretty easy. You figure out where they start. They all at least start here. 3, 1, 1. 1, 2. Ceiling down there. What about the teleporter? That over here? No, that's over this way. Nope, other way. Over there. Yeah. Now we just have to figure out what the transition is around the corner. It looks like this from here, it's just steps down. Man. That's right. Extension over here. So this comes in lower. I think that looks right. So the outside is right, but the next layer is not. Think we got it? If there's a mistake, I'm standing on it. There is something that's off. This here. Maybe? Something is wonky. That needs to get pushed back. And I've got too many blocks over here. There we go. I could have made that a lot more simple, couldn't I? Yeah, we might have to think about a easier way to do that. For the sake of visuals, I think it might be worth it to bring the roof line all the way back to the inside. Enderplay, hello. Enderpeely, sorry. Welcome in. And do the same thing over here. Well, thanks very much. It is a sci-fi base. We were just trying to come up with different ideas to patch up a few things, and eventually this whole island is going to be turned into something more robust. But right now, we're just focusing on this. To the inside? I did not. Kuya, thanks very much for the raid. Appreciate it. Need to sleep so we can see what's going on. Bringing our family to yours. Big bro raid. Thanks very much, Kuya. Hope you're having a good day so far. What were you up to on stream? I will back up and show you what we've been doing. So this is the top floor of a very large sci-fi base on a very large mushroom island. We just finished the first roof on one of these 4 wings. Clearheart, hello, welcome in. How's it going? They were just chatting. Kuya was just chatting on their channel. So folks in my chat, if you want to go check out Kuya, by all means, it's KUYA_BTB on Twitch. If you're coming in new with Kuya, if you've never been here before, my name is Joel Duggan. I stream and podcast full time, and you can check out the Spawn Chunks podcast every Monday. It's about Minecraft. Kuya was chatting and working on bot things. Oh, interesting. Like AI bots, that kind of stuff. So the whole idea here, for anybody that's just coming in, is we are trying to add a 4th level. This is the reference. Inspired by, we're not trying to copy it exactly, but we're getting there. And these skylights are very functional. If we go inside, you'll see. They keep it nice and bright inside. Got consoles and potential holograms and some neat stuff in here. It's pretty sparse right now. We haven't done all of the details. We do have some blinking stuff in the floors, which is fun. But I've not added any of the interiors in here. And these ones are obviously empty. We have not got that far. And then down on this level, we've got our storage and stuff. So we're getting there. And today, actually, we can remove this now that y'all are here. Remove that. We now have a teleport pad that is the arrival space, which is over here. So now when you arrive in the area, this is where you arrive. And that's the view, which is going to be pretty cool. The beacons will not always be here, I don't think. For construction, that's just kind of what we're using. Dalara, thanks very much. Just takes practice, Ender. Just takes practice. I've been on the server for 8 years and streaming full time for 5 of that at least. So it's you just kind of build up good habits and shape language and remember what textures work well for what. But we're getting there. We're getting there. There's some changes that need to be made outside. I haven't figured out how the middle part is going to work yet. I feel like we need to figure out how it's going to connect to the top. So here you'll have a good idea of the wireframe of like what the top is going to look like. And it does sort of have this funnel feel like down into the middle. So I want to do something interesting here. Obviously we have to cover up the elevators on the inside. So it's going to come out a little bit, but we've got some depth to play with. I do know that these, while I like them, I think they need to be bigger. I think they need to be thicker up to here. I think that will help with making this feel a little bit more sturdy. Anyway, I am going to pass you along to Pixel Riffs, who is my co-host on the Spawn Chunks and is also streaming right now. So you will enjoy the rest of your day with Pix. I've got a busy day ahead. I've got some meetings later that I have to run. No worries, Kuya. I've got to pass on everyone to Pix anyway. But thanks for hanging out. Just a short stream, taking care of a couple of little things on the to-do list. So now we've got a roof on this side here. We can mimic that. We can do whatever we want. We'll probably spend some time working on the design before we start copying things around, just in case things change a little bit. But so far, so good. There will also be little things on top here, like antennas. And I think I might want to turn this into a place where we might want to land. So there could be some fun to be had there as well. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, folks. Do check out the Spawn Chunks on your favorite podcasting app. It's free. It's a new show about Minecraft every Monday. I'm going to send you along to my co-host Pix on Twitch right now. And also check out Patreon if you want to support the stream. Thanks so much. I will see you all tomorrow.